What's up, guys? It's the Top Dog back for another video. Today I'm gonna be talking about one of my favorite guns in Call of Duty World War II. That is the grease gun. I'll be giving you guys the best class setup for it. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Make sure you follow the Instagram, the Twitter, Snapchat, everything for the channel so you guys stay updated and keep everything going. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So first thing I want to say is that in Call of Duty World War II, the grease gun is probably the most underrated weapon in the game. Most people, because if you guys are unfamiliar with Call of Duty World War II, I actually made a video about it. The weapon balance in this game is really good. A lot of people use different types of guns, like a lot of ARs and SMGs and things like that. And a lot of SMGs, like people use those SMGs instead of this one. They overlook this one, especially since it's the first one. So most people, you know, I say the grease gun's good and they'll be like, no, why use the grease gun when you can use the Thompson or the Tommy gun or the PPSH, the MP40 and other guns like that. But people don't understand that just because the grease gun is the first gun, it's like that doesn't make it, you know, one of the worst SMGs. The grease gun sure has, you know, has a slower rate of fire than guns like the PPSH or even the MP40 or the Thompson, but it has the same amount of damage as the PPSH. It has good range, has good accuracy, and to fix the fire rate you can just put on rapid fire. And so I feel like this gun is a really good all-around weapon, and it's really overlooked in this game because there's so much weapon balance and so many guns that people see are a little bit better than this one. Another good thing about the grease gun is that it has a lot of range and it has a lot of accuracy. And if you guys aren't really familiar with this game or haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, I'd say this game is mostly an assault rifle game. A lot of people use assault rifles. There's a lot of head glitches and kind of like camping spots and windows and things like that that are good for assault rifles. And so most people when they use SMGs, they play on smaller maps. Like in BO3 they played on Nuketown or Combine, and in this game people with SMGs, you know, most people use SMGs on maps like Point du Hoc or Flak Tower and maps like that are more smaller and close quarters. And if you use the grease gun, it has more range. The range is not the same as an assault rifle, of course, but the range is closer to an assault rifle, to where you can use it on bigger maps and you don't have to only use it on certain maps. And also with the accuracy, since most people are on head glitches in this game, you can gun them off head glitches easier with the grease gun instead of like the PPSH that has a little more recoil and it's harder to aim, especially when you can only see their head. Alright, now that you guys know a little bit more about the grease gun, I'm going to tell you guys the class and what to use on it. And so in this game, as you guys know, there are divisions. There aren't really perks and things like that. There are divisions that come with perks in them. And for the grease gun, I like to use the airborne class because it comes with the suppressor, which in this game, the suppressor isn't really an attachment. It's if you press left on the D-pad, you can either put it on or take it off, and it only works for SMGs in this game. The airborne also comes with little perks inside of it, like you can climb over obstacles faster, you can run faster, you can run for a longer time. And so these little perks and stuff like that really help the grease gun and make it feel better. Also with the silencer, I feel like on most SMGs in this game the silencer doesn't really work, but on the grease gun the silencer works pretty well for it. It doesn't seem like it lowers the damage too much, and it makes the gun sound really good, and it's just helpful because no enemies can see you on the mini map. Especially with this class, I like to rush and kind of spawn trap with it, and so you know you don't want the enemies to see where you are. So I feel like airborne and the suppressor and all the little perks that come with it are really good for this class, and I recommend you use it too. Next thing for the class setup is going to be the basic training. If you guys aren't aware of basic trainings or don't know what they are, they're basically the perks in this game. I believe there are 21 basic trainings in total in the Call of Duty World War II. You can only choose one for your class, which is kind of disappointing because you can only have really one perk, but most of the basic trainings are kind of bundles, like they have 2 parts to them. And the 2 basic trainings I'd recommend for this class are Primed and Hustle. So Primed is you get an extra attachment, which I feel is really good because it helps you add more to your class if you need an extra part. And you flinch less while getting shot. It's basically like Toughness from Advanced Warfare. I feel like Primed is really helpful when it comes to, because you don't flinch when you're getting shot at, so you can win more gunfights that way, and it's really helpful for this class. Second one is Hustle. It actually allows you to reload faster and while sprinting, and I feel like that's really helpful for when you're trying to spawn trap or kind of rush people, because then you don't have to spend so much time reloading, and the longer you spend reloading, the more time the enemy has to come and try and kill you, and you can't shoot when you're reloading, so I recommend using those 2 basic trainings. Those to me are the 2 best ones in the game as of right now, and yeah, I recommend using both of those. Now let's get into the attachments. So for the grease gun, I feel like the best attachments to use, the first one is going to be rapid fire, and I feel like rapid fire really helps on the grease gun because it has not a really slow fire rate, but it has a slower fire rate than most of the other SMGs, and so it kind of puts you at a disadvantage without the rapid fire. And when you put rapid fire on it, it kicks the speed up a little bit, and it's easier to kill people, and the time to kill is a little bit faster with it. Of course, when you have rapid fire, it's going to give you more recoil, which is why the second attachment is going to be grip. It's going to help you control that recoil. It's going to help you hit more shots. It's going to help you, be more accurate with your shots. And of course, also with rapid fire, you're going to run out of ammo faster, which is why I recommend using extended mag. That way you have more ammo in each mag and you can get more kills and spend less time reloading, especially when you burn ammo more when you have rapid fire on. For the secondary on this class setup, the secondary doesn't matter too much, but if you are going to run secondary, I do recommend using the machine pistol, just because it shoots really fast. It does, just mow people down. It's a good way to, win a gunfight if you have to reload and someone's rushing you. Take out your machine pistol and, you'll kill them pretty fast. If you are going to use an attachment for it, I do recommend extended mag if you do have it unlocked, because it only has 10 bullets, so, you want to have extended mag so you have more ammo. If you don't have extended mag, I do recommend you use quick draw, because I feel like in this game, if you don't get the first shot off, you're not going to win the gunfight, and you want to get that first shot off, so I do recommend quick draw. It'll help you get the first shot off and help you win that gunfight a little bit easier. For the lethal or tactical or whatever you want to use, it really doesn't matter in this class. I just normally use the frag grenade just because I play a lot of domination. It's easy to get kills on objectives and throw it on B flag and stuff like that. So if you play a lot of domination, I recommend using the frag grenade. But other than that, you can use whatever you want. It's not really that big of a deal what kind of grenade or lethal or whatever you want to put on this class setup. Alright, and with that being said, that's all for the class setup. Like I said before, I do think this is a really good class setup because, to me, what really makes this class setup really good is that rapid fire. But of course, rapid fire isn't everything. It can't make the gun good all by itself, and that's why you have to build the class around that rapid fire. Because the first thing when you use the grease gun, the first thing you notice is that slow fire rate, and so that's why I feel like this class is really good, because it kind of gets rid of that and helps it kill people faster, and helps you just have better games and get more kills and do everything you want to do. If you are a low level or you're just starting off in the game, I do recommend the grease gun. Of course, you're not going to have these attachments as soon as you start, but if you keep using it, getting used to it, you'll like it, and you'll eventually get the attachments, and you can make this class yourself. If you guys are new, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications so you don't miss any uploads in the future. If you guys want to keep up with the Instagram for this channel, it's @officialkz. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. It's the same thing for all the other social medias. For most of the other social medias, it's actually the Top Dog 995. I'll leave that down in the description for you guys too. And Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later in the next video. Peace out.